Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the new year. Happy New Year. We are back for 2022 with all new recipes. I'm so excited. So welcome back to Fuel Up with Team Battle Chef. My name is Chef Anastasia, and I'm so excited to be returning every Tuesday at 4:15 p.m. with all new recipes. And today, first up is a pumpkin spice smoothie. So if you are a pumpkin spice lover, or if you're a pumpkin pie lover, this one's for you. But if you're not, trust me, this smoothie is so easy and so delicious, you might just become a pumpkin spice lover. And I'm so excited because joining me today is my Team Battle Chef Ambassador, Miriam. Hi, Miriam.
Hi, everyone. My name's Miriam. I'm 14 years old and I go to Becca High School. I'm excited to be cooking with you all today.
I'm excited as well. So before we get started, let's wait a minute, remind everyone how we keep it clean and safe in the kitchen. So let me just share how we keep it clean and safe. 1 second. All right, so Miriam, why don't you remind everyone how we keep it clean in the kitchen?
We keep clean by first and foremost, before you start any recipe, make sure that you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. And if you have your hair out, to make sure to keep it up and away.
Awesome. And of course, it's getting cold out. So if you have any long sleeves, you might want to roll those up to, not get any sleeves into the food. You also want to keep your workplace nice and clean as well. So maybe grab a garbage bowl. Also, if you're using a knife, remember your knife skills. We are not really using a knife today, so we will not have to go over that. But it's good to keep in the back of our minds. And also, we want to keep it fun. So if you're cooking with a buddy, ask them to join you now so we can get started. So Mary Mitchell, I see Mary Mitchell has joined us. Is anyone cooking over at Mary Mitchell? Maybe not. Maybe they're just watching. So before we get started, we also have to know exactly what we are putting in our smoothie, right? It's a pumpkin spice smoothie. So what's going in our pumpkin spice smoothies? Well, let's see exactly what we need. So let's take them down to the chef zone. Of course, we need some pumpkin. So I have some canned pumpkin puree, and this isn't pumpkin pie filling, so there is a difference there, which we will cover later. I have some plain yogurt. You can use regular yogurt or Greek yogurt. I have the Greek kind. Not to sound biased, I am Greek. We have a little bit of milk. So regular, just plain milk. I have some oats, just 2 tablespoons of just old-fashioned oats that acts like, I guess, the crust of our pumpkin pie, right? Then I also have a secret ingredient that I love to put in my smoothies, some frozen banana. And I will say why that's a secret ingredient and why I love to put it in my smoothies when we get there. We also have some honey to sweeten our smoothie up, some vanilla extract for a little added flavor. And what's a pumpkin spice smoothie without some pumpkin spice? So this, if you guys have seen it, it's called pumpkin pie spice. So it is a blend of spices. So in the back, you'll see it's a blend of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and allspice. So these are spices that typically go in a pumpkin pie. So it's called pumpkin pie spice. But you can also use just cinnamon if you don't have those spices, or if you can't find the blend of pumpkin pie spice, you can use, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the allspice, and the ginger separately. Now, how about you, Miriam? Are you adding anything different to your smoothie?
Ooh, sorry, I wasn't muted. Yeah, I wanted to add whipped cream, and I was thinking of adding coconut to mine.
Ooh, I like that. That sounds delicious. I want to have your smoothie instead. So now that we know about our ingredients, I don't know if Mary Mitchell's going to play our game, but I want to see how much everyone knows about these ingredients. So why don't we play a game called Kahoot? And Miriam, you can join if you'd like. Hal, you can join. Anybody at Mary Mitchell can join as well. At least one person or as many as you'd like. But how about we launch a game called Kahoot? We need at least 2 people to play. So
Okay.
all right. So you're gonna head over to the Kahoot app, or if you don't have the app, you can go to www.kahoot.it and type in this game pin 6800593. 6800593. I can't play because I know the answers, so that'd be cheating. So Hal, if you want to play, Miriam, if you want to play, anybody at Mary Mitchell can play. Joelle can't play because she made the questions too. So that would be cheating, but anybody could play.
I can join. Wait a second.
Cool. This is going to be a fun one. It's a lot of fun facts in this one. I learned a lot about pumpkins by just reading and playing this game. So we need at least 2 players. There's Miriam. And then we're waiting for maybe Hal wants to play. There we go. So I don't know if anybody at Mary Mitchell plans on joining. But if you are late to it and still want to join, you could still join once we start playing. So why don't we just start? And if anybody wants to join later, we can go ahead and add them. So let's play my favorite game, Kahoot, for pumpkin spice smoothie. In 3, 2, 1. So number 1, has anyone here ever tasted pumpkin before? There's no wrong answer here. Either yes, you have, or no. This will be your first time. Yep, so you both have tasted pumpkin before. That's awesome. So this won't be your first time. So why do we carve pumpkins into a jack-o'-lantern at Halloween? I know we're way past Halloween, but it's still pumpkin season. So that's why we're including this. Why do we do it? So children can enter them into the 4-H club contests to be used as peace offerings or to ward off evil spirits. Yes, that is right. So pumpkins are carved into jack-o'-lanterns to ward off or scare off evil spirits. Fun fact. All right, so how many seeds do we think are in an average jack-o'-lantern pumpkin? 100, 500, 300, or 800 seeds? What do we think? This is tricky. That's right. So somebody got it right. It's 500 seeds in an average jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. Good job, Hal. You're in the lead, killing it. All right, true or false, guys? One of the oldest versions of pumpkin pie was made using a hollowed out pumpkin as the pie crust. I found this one bizarre. Is it true or false? It's so true, which I thought was false. Like how? So basically what they did in the colonial times is they would hollow out the pumpkin. So take out all the pumpkin meat and flesh, and they would combine that with sweetened milk and put it back in the hollowed shell and bake it right into that shell as the crust. So it was more like a pumpkin pie stew in a way, but still it was a very early version of what we know as pumpkin pie. Nothing like what we see now. All right, so number 5, how much did the biggest pumpkin ever weigh? Oh my gosh. Is it 553 pounds, 963 pounds, 1,284 pounds, or 2,702 pounds? That's a big pumpkin. It's a lot of pumpkin smoothies. I don't know, that could feed a village. So that's right. That was 2,702 pounds, you guys. That's what's a ton? Is a ton like 1,000 pounds, something like that? I think that's over a ton. 2 tons. Miriam took the lead with that one. Good job. So is there any pumpkin in pumpkin spice? Do they dehydrate pumpkin and put it in there? Don't they? Think I just gave it away when I was talking about pumpkin spice, if we were listening. Is there any pumpkin in pumpkin spice? We're waiting on someone to answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nope, there is no pumpkin in pumpkin spice, you guys. Like I just said, it is just a blend of these spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice, that goes into pumpkin pie itself. So there's no pumpkin in there. Which ingredients in today's recipe do we use instead of sugar to sweeten our smoothies? So I went over our ingredients and some of them are here. Yep, so both of those are both correct answers. Honey adds sweetness and banana adds some more natural sweetness to the smoothie. Okay, 8 out of 10. Which ingredients today are a good source of fiber? There's also more than one correct answer here, I think. Is it honey, banana, pumpkin, oats, a combination of these, 2 of these, 3 of these? It's 3 of them. So pumpkin is actually really high in fiber. Only a half a cup of pumpkin has 4 grams of fiber, which is a good amount. Oats are, of course, really high in fiber. And banana, like most fruits, is high in fiber as well. And fiber is always a good thing. Fiber helps us stay full, helps us digest our food, helps with blood sugar, with cholesterol levels. So this is a really healthy, fiberful smoothie. All right, up next, let's see. What vitamin is in milk that helps our bodies absorb calcium? Is it vitamin D? Oh, you guys are smart. It is vitamin D. So vitamin D is a vitamin found in milk that actually helps our bodies absorb the calcium that's in the milk as well. So we need vitamin D and calcium for strong bones. Good job. All right, last one, true or false? Potassium, like in a banana, helps lower blood pressure. True or false? So potassium is a mineral that we find in bananas. And does it help lower blood pressure? Because we want to naturally not have high blood pressure. So it's true. Potassium helps lower blood pressure. That's why eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, which have potassium, is great for blood pressure, because we don't want our blood pressure to be too high, because that's not healthy for our hearts. So eating bananas and other fruits and vegetables keep our hearts healthy by lowering our blood pressure naturally without medicine. So number 3, we didn't have 3 players, so there's no 3rd place. Number 2 is Miriam. You had a good streak there, Miriam, though. And number 1 is, of course, How. Good job, How. Thank you for playing. There we go. Woohoo! All right. Now that we know why these incredible ingredients are great for us and a little history about pumpkins and what the largest pumpkin ever weighed, let's get to cooking, or not cooking, but blending up a delicious pumpkin spice smoothie. So I'm going to take you guys back to my chef zone, but over to my blender. So you will need a blender. And by the way, you will need some ice to make it even thicker as well. I have my ice in my freezer. So you need about a half a cup of ice. So in my blender, I'm going to start by adding my ingredients. So I have my half cup of pumpkin puree. So Miriam, do you know the difference between pumpkin puree and pumpkin pie filling? Because I've seen both in a can. So do you know the difference?
Isn't the difference like pumpkin pie filling, right? I
Yeah.
think like, because it's already like pre-prepared, like if you were to actually make like the pie, like if you were like to add cream or like cinnamon and sugar,
Exactly. So pumpkin pie filling, so when making the smoothie, you want pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling, like I said, because pumpkin pie filling already has a lot of sugar, a lot of spices in there, and we want to control the amount of sugar and the amount of spices we use. So that's why we want just plain old pumpkin puree. Now, to make this protein rich and nice and creamy, I have some yogurt. It's only about a 1/4 cup of yogurt, which is great with the amount of protein. So it adds a lot of protein to the smoothie, which we need for healthy muscles, right? So this is great for maybe after we're active, maybe after school, when we're all tired and we need to replenish our muscles. Now to that, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of milk. So that's also very rich in what? In protein, in calcium, and in that lovely vitamin D that we said. All right, Miriam, what's up next? So are you gonna add your oats next?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
So what is the next ingredient that we want to add to our smoothie?
The milk, right?
Yeah, I added my milk. That's right. And now I'm adding my oats. And I like to think of the oats as like the crust of my pumpkin pie smoothie. It's only 2 tablespoons. So far we had a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. We had a 1/4 cup of plain yogurt. We had a 1/2 cup of milk and 2 tablespoons of oats. Now, on to my secret ingredient for my smoothies. This is frozen banana. Now, I like to always keep bananas in my freezer, specifically for smoothies, because when you freeze a banana, it makes the smoothie nice and creamy and thick. And I like thick and creamy smoothies. So all I do, you'll see here, is I'll take you guys back down to my chef zone so you can see the other half of my banana I have here. And all I did with this half of my banana is I cut it in half, right? I peeled it. I took the peel off because if you freeze it with the peel on, it's a lot harder to peel when it's frozen. So I like to peel it first. And then I just wrap it in some plastic wrap, or you can put it in a little Tupperware container or a little, Ziploc baggie. But I wrap it and I just pop it in the freezer. And that's how I get my frozen banana. So this guy was in the freezer for a few hours or overnight. But you know what? They last in the freezer for a pretty long time. So whenever I need a frozen banana, I just go in there and bloop, pop it in. All right. So what are you up to, Miriam? What's up next?
I was just finishing putting in the yogurt.
Okay. All right, so up next, we need a little sweetness. Like I said, the banana added some sweetness and creaminess, but I love some honey in my smoothies for some sweetness. You can also use, instead of honey, agave or maybe maple syrup would be delicious for a nice maple pumpkin spice flavor. And we need a 1/2 tablespoon. Now, I have a little trick to show you guys. So I have my 1/2 tablespoon measuring spoon right here. And have you ever measured honey and you can't get it all out of the spoon because it sticks? And that's so annoying. You feel like more honey is on the spoon than in your recipe. So what you can do is take some cooking spray, right? Just regular old cooking spray, and spray the spoon. So I just sprayed it like that before you measure your honey. And that way, what do we think happens at that point, Miriam?
It won't stick, so you get all of it.
Exactly. So just like
Good
that.
hack, though.
What was that?
No, I said that's a good hack, though.
I love cooking hacks. Thank you. Yep, see, and it just all came out. Nothing stuck to my spoon. Do Do you have any cool cooking hacks you know? Maybe not about this recipe, but what's your favorite hack in the kitchen? If you could think off the top of your head. Maybe think about it, and when it comes to you, you'll be like, light bulb. All right, so to our smoothies, we want a little bit of vanilla for extra flavor. So just a splash or half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now you said you're adding coconut and what else?
And whipped cream to
Oh,
garnish.
I can't wait to see that. Now I'm going in with my pumpkin pie spice as well. Do you have pumpkin pie spice or do you have cinnamon? What kind of spices do you have?
Yeah, I have all of those.
Cool. So we just need a 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. But like I said, if you guys aren't using ready blended pumpkin pie spice, you can add a pinch of cinnamon, of nutmeg, of ginger, and allspice. So just a pinch, not too much. And if you really love cinnamon like I do, you can add extra cinnamon. Which is also great for blood pressure. So another one and for blood sugar actually. All right, so I have all my ingredients in there now. And now I need to get my ice. So let me bring it closer to you guys. I'm gonna go into my freezer, get my ice. Woohoo! So I have about a half a cup of ice, or about 4 kind of large ice cubes that I think froze to my bowl actually. So let's see if I can knock it out. You know what? I'm gonna let that defrost for a second, or I might just get new ice because it's frozen to my bowl. I hate when I do this. See, the best way to learn while cooking and while doing anything is to make mistakes. That's how I look at it. So now I know for next time not to put my ice in a bowl because it'll just stick to it. So I'm gonna go get fresh ice. Like I said, you guys might think, what is this lady doing making a pumpkin smoothie in January when, October and November is way in the past? Like, is she crazy? Well, actually, pumpkins are still in season. And did you know that Pumpkin Pie Day, National Pumpkin Pie Day, is actually December 25th, which is Christmas. So you would never think. And that's not even, 2 weeks ago? So if it's in season, I think it's good to go. All right, so I put my ice in here. There we go. And now I'm just gonna put the top on and blend it all up. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Ooh la la, that looks good. So what I recommend everybody is to take a spoon of some kind if you have, like a tasting spoon or regular spoon, and taste a bit of it. See if you think it needs a little more pumpkin spice, a little extra honey, a little extra cinnamon maybe. I think I want a drizzle more of honey. That's another great way to learn while you're in the kitchen is to taste as you go. Because you can always add, you can't take away. So I recommend not adding too much at first, and then adding as you go and tasting as you go. adding a little extra cinnamon. And I'm gonna blend again. Okay, now I'm gonna taste again. And this is my smoothie, so I don't mind double dipping, but if you're sharing, I think you can just pour a little bit on your spoon so you don't put your germs in there. I'm gonna have this all to myself. Delicious, much better. Okay, how's it looking over there, Miriam? Yours looks nice and creamy. And guys,
Yeah,
if you
it's together now.
If you think it needs more ice, you can add more ice. If you think it needs a little more liquid and it's too thick, you can add a little more milk. So you just kind of go with the flow. I think mine's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna pour it into my glass right here. And you'll see it's nice and thick and creamy from that banana. It's a nice orange color from our pumpkin. And pumpkin is great because it has a lot of vitamin A, which is good for our eyes, for our immune systems. Voila! Perfect fit. Now I'm dying to see Miriam's smoothie with some whipped cream on top. So Miriam, when you put your whipped cream on there, show it to the camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a little extra cinnamon on top. And look at that. How does that look? You guys, I love smoothies, especially in the morning as like a quick breakfast. If I'm in a rush to go to school, right? Or wherever I'm going, if I'm, just putting together anything and I don't have time to cook, this is a great snack or breakfast. You can also play around with smoothies and put your own favorite fruit. But I think pumpkin and cinnamon and all those good flavors are here. Ooh, hoo, hoo. I love that, Miriam. And I will say the banana definitely made it nice and creamy. Wow, looking good. Wait for Miriam to taste mine.
Oh, yeah, I'm done now. I just wanted to add cinnamon on top.
That looks so festive and so fun. It looks like the pumpkin spice latte that Starbucks could never make, because this is better. And you know what? There's not even pumpkin in pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks. So it's not even that healthy. This is so much better, full of nutrients, fiber, full of vitamin A, full of protein, full of calcium. So this is the way to go. So cheers. Hold it up to the camera. And let's try it. So what do you think, Miriam?
It's good. I like it.
You like it? What do you like about it?
It's like the flavor of the pumpkin with the cinnamon. It pairs really nicely.
I agree. I love, those fun fall flavors, even in the winter, when it's still in season. I love cinnamon, so this is a great one. It's nice and creamy from that banana. And I could tell this will fill me up and keep me, nice and fueled up all day long. I could tell. So thank you so much, Miriam, for joining me today. I had a blast. I think you won. I don't think we even need to vote at this point because I vote for you. And I always love cooking with you. You are always so much fun to cook with. So you guys, let me tell you what's going on next. So let me just remind you guys that if you do make this smoothie, you can take a photo of it, post it to your Instagram, and then tag us at Family Cook NYC and tag American Dairy NE and use the hashtag FuelUpTBC. As a bonus, if you want to follow us at Family Cook NYC, we have a ton more great recipes to try out. But we are back next week with another recipe. Great for this time of year. It's super, super cold out. So next week, same time, same place, we will be making hot chocolate. Ugh, so excited. I love hot cocoa. So join us next week and we can warm up with some hot cocoa together. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Hal. Thank you, Joelle. Thank you, Mary Mitchell, for joining. I hope to see you guys all next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
If